Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the General's Quarters. Today we're going to be doing the evolution of Admiral Ackbar, my favorite admiral. Now, as you know, he's been in R&R for quite some time. So I decided to take him out and just get him out there and get him into space and see what we can do. Now, there's a few things that I would like to keep for Admiral Ackbar, besides himself. I would like to keep the MC-30 command cruiser. That is going to be staying on here stapled. Okay. I like that it has 3 command. I like it has 4 squadron, 4 engineering. The weaponry and the shields are wonderful, of course. Defense tokens are decent. So I mean, that's a decent ship, really. You know, it's decent. The assault cruiser, yes, is a running second. Besides that, I would like to keep Home 1, the title. And the reason why I like to keep Home 1 is because I would like to keep those accuracies coming. On other ships, yes, I know. But those other ships could probably use them in case there's evades, scatters, braces, whatever that they might have that I need to lock down. And as you all know, with my wonderful luck in dice rolls, I don't have very good luck. So I would like to keep that. So Home 1, MC-80 Command Cruiser, Admiral Ackbar. Those are my staples. It's a slight runner-up staple. Okay, I know it's going to be difficult for me to give up, but I'm willing to try if somebody has a better idea. And that is the Drunken Party Bus with Torn Far. Now, the Drunken Party Bus you're going to see right here is not the typical Drunken Party bus you see. It's the GR75 medium transports, 18. I mean, that's the usual transport. Torn Far is on it with Bright Hope. Repair crews I don't normally use on there. I usually use I'm usually use Bomber Command or something like that. But I would like to keep. This is not set in stone, so I am more than willing to change it. It's harder for me, just like it's hard for Ben to go under 400 points. It's not hard for me if you go under 400 points, guys. Don't worry about that. So this is another thing. I would like to keep the Drunken Party Bus. She's, made a legend on the channel. If we can do it, we can do it. If we can't, it's okay. I totally understand. But really, like I said, it's the MC-80 Command Cruiser, Admiral Ackbar, and Home 1. Those are things that have to stay on. I do not care about points. You can go under 400. You obviously cannot go above 400. And everything else can be changed. Okay? Alright. So, let us go through what I have on this list here. I got the MC-80 Command Cruiser. Like I said, I just love that ship. Overall, a generally good ship, especially for the Rebels. It's got great side arcs, which Admiral Ackbar loves. And it's got great shields, which is what I need. And then I put advanced projectors on it because of the great shields, which I can just keep zipping around whenever I need them. Especially when I'm doing broadsides and I get a wide broadside. I put leading shots on here so I can reroll dice if I needed to. And XI7s because, well, you all know, if you're going to use a shield, you only do be able to move 1. And you got to take it all there. As a broadside ship, I want you to take all my damage on one side and punish you for it. You guys did tell me to be mean to Ben, so I think this is part of my meanness coming out, sorry. And then of course we got Home 1 giving accuracies to everybody else, not to himself, which is unfortunate. But it's running 106 points. The assault cruiser, which was a running second, is 114. So I like to keep it at 106. I like the command cruiser better. I just do. I can't explain why. It's just Ackbar's ship. as far as I'm concerned. On this list, I have the assault frigate carrier, or as Ben likes to call it, the mashed potato, or the potato until he kills it. That's the mashed potato. And I put Caitlin Showman on this. They're to help get rerolls, of course, on only one color dice. I put reinforced blast doors because I only have 6 hull, and if I get damaged, I can just flip it at the beginning of the next extra activation turn, and get 3 damage back. Get 3 damage taken off. And again, it has XI7s. So it's a real simple ship. It just goes in there and does what it has to do. Next, I added the CR90. The CR90, red dice, because I want to be able to shoot from long distance, and basically keep the Ackbar going. On the side arcs, yeah, it has a blue, and you probably think, well, long range is not great, but adding in 2 Ackbars, you get 3 red dice come off the sides. So that's not bad, if anything coming in. I put Krista Gate on here. Now, a couple reasons why. I'm not having the salvo on this. But she has the red and blue crit. And if she gets the red and blue crit, as we know, she's able to ready one of my exhausted defenses tokens. So I thought she would be a good one, and she's a decent cost. She's not too costly, like Rain Utilities, who's 7, and she's just a right in the middle, good costing officer. I put turbo reroute circuits on there because it has 2 evades. Why not use one? And then have Krista Gate is just switch it back, and then I get to use it again. So I thought that was a pretty good idea, and we shall see. So you guys say and everything else. And I'm really interested to see, especially about this. I've heard of ideas about using the Nebulons, but with only 1 shield on the sides. It's got a broad base too. I'm a little worried about using a Nebulon. I love my Nebulons, but I like them come, face forward, come right at them, straight on. So, again, if you guys got any other ideas, Pelton goes too slow, but so does the command cruiser. So I guess a Pelton could go on here. I think it costs a little bit more. And if you think a Pelton would do better, survive better, okay, I'm willing to do it. But anyways, this we'll see. Next is our famous drunken party bus. Now, Tornfar is on here. She's got playing. Looks like still looks like she's playing disco music in a bar or something like that, dance floor. And blue dice. Now there's blue dice everywhere. I know I'm using long range, and red dice is important. But if anything gets closer, and most likely things will get closer, I will have her to be able to use a reroll to get the accuracy. Okay, or if Krista, needs that critical so she can get back an exhausted defense token, she can. So Tarn has become the. You gotta have her, I almost think, as a rebel. You need to have her on the ship. Moving on, I did repair crews. Now I did that because, again, the command cruiser is a wide, easy target. I'm sorry. I know, Ackbar, but that wide broadside is just so easy to double arc and to slam and hit hard. So I thought I'll put repair crews on here and have her repairing Ackbar's ship or any other ships that need it if they need necessary, especially assault frigate. Bright Hope, the title, which I normally put on it, subtracts 1 damage. So any squadrons coming in to attack her, they have to attack her from behind. And if they attack her from behind, most likely she's going to be close enough for all those wonderful flaks that are going to be hitting her. And hitting her, but hitting them. So they might want to think twice about that. But, you know, I would keep her behind, or to the side, probably the whatever side is not facing the enemy, of Ackbar's ship, and maybe, you know, between the assault frigate, stuff like that. So they should get more obstruction, make it a little bit more difficult. Now, for fighters, I chose my typical A-wings, defenses. I love my Y-wings, I really do. But A-wings, telling you, they are the perfect defense. I mean, they can move 5. They got a hull 4, you know, a little bit less than a Y-wing or a X-wing. I mean, it's a little bit less. But they have counter. And Shara Bay, do I have to say anything more about Shara Bay? Shara Bay, her crits also act as a damage. So, to a squadron anyways. And, you know, that's great. I mean, she is a great pilot. She's got scatter, she's got a brace, she's got counter 3. So that's 3 blue dice come back at you, and you get Torn up there saying, hey, why don't you re-roll that one if you don't like it? So if it comes with an accuracy, re-roll that. So really, there's only one bad blue thing on that, and that accuracy can be useful too at the same time. I need to stop something scatter. And then you get Tycho. Tycho's also in the A-wing, as we know, and I don't really use his ability too much. You're not prevented from moving or attacking ships while you are engaged, but he's a good one. He's an ace pilot. He's got scatter. He's got brace. He's got counter 2. He's in an A-wing. I mean, he's got 5 speed. I mean, he's incredible. Okay, and so I put him in there, and his point cost is just 1 point less than Shara. So, I mean, why not? And I'm sure there's many times that I could use that he's been engaged with various fighters, and that he can get out and do something that I need him to do to a ship. And then I put in 2 A-wing squadrons. They were going to be the wingmen for each of Tycho, one for Tycho, one for Shara. And they would help basically defend the ship, defend Tycho and Shara, or block things down, etc. Now, what my initial thing was that Shara, Tycho, and the A-wings were going to be for defensive only, because we know that so many people in Northwest Arkansas area, they love their bombers, they love their fighters. I mean, you've seen Banshee, you've seen Ben. I mean, they just love their fighters coming in. So we got these A-wings out there, and they're ready and willing and able to hold them off. I mean, they did pretty good. Shara herself did pretty good against defenders on Ben. So I mean, he'll tell you. And then there's TIE fighters. I mean, they just shred them. They shred TIE wings, T-wings, TIE fighters. They shred them, and so I love my A-wings. I really wish there was a way to fit more in here, but there wasn't. So I'm sure if I took out the CR-90, there probably would be, but you know, hey, I want more ships on there for more activations. So now we'll come down to missions. So I picked advanced gunnery. First of all, no one's going to pick it. Second of all, oh, and if they do pick it, then, and I'm second player, obviously, but I get to have 2, may perform each of its attacks from the same hull zone, and may do so against the same target. So you take that command cruiser, and you fire it with Ackbar, mind you, XI7s, and you hit. I mean, you're going to hit like a brick. I mean, you're going to hit hard, and they're going to regret it. So, most likely they won't take advanced gunnery. That's been on Ackbar's list since as far as I can remember. Ben showed me that a long time ago when I first started playing, and he said that this is the one for you. And I think that might have been before 1.5 change, but if not, then still it made a perfect thing for Ackbar to have, advanced gunnery. So now we'll move on to the contested outpost. I chose it because I can slow roll, especially the MC-80, around the contested outpost and just collect points. Just keep on collecting them. And why not? And then they have to come to me. And then lastly, I picked Sola Corona. Sola Corona is always a good one, just to pick. If you can't find anyone else, any other one that fits your list, because basically it stops one of the accuracies that are coming at you, and the first player has to place all his ships down first, so you can decide where you want yours to go. So I would be able to say, okay, all my broadsides are going that direction. I'm going to circle around them, or just make sure they don't circle around me, as Ben has proven in various Batreps with Sola Corona, especially when he was doing his LSO training. But this is really still a good one. It really is. I would just have to keep my arc out, which for the MC-8 might be a little tough, but I'll probably can do it, I hope. And just do what I need to do. Plus, it doesn't have home one, but everybody else has home one ability to give an extra accuracy if they need it. So, those are the missions I chose for this list. And as you can see, the name of the list is the SGR Ackbar version 1. Because it's a good list. I like it, but I don't think it's the list. Okay. Like I said, the CR-90 and the Assault Frigate really is good in Ackbar lists, but I'm not sure I'm there yet. I mean, I was thinking about putting some MC-30s in there, but then they would get too far, and they get, there's a whole bunch of things MC-30s can happen to them. They can survive. No, I know. I do know that. But I just didn't feel it when I was making this list. And as we were talking, the AMA, the last AMA, was the what is the inspiration for your list? And so this inspiration was, Ackbar. I wanted to bring him back out there. And it is MC-80. And so when I did, I thought, okay, what's going to go with him? So that's what I chose. And I said, okay. And that from there, I worked on out. So I think that's a good way to, if people are wondering how we or I do inspiration for lists, that's one way I do it. But anyways, let me know what you guys think. Because like I said, I want Ackbar to evolve. I want to become better. But not only him, I want to become better using him. So, deployment, A, is going to be A. I have really bad deployment. I'm sure you guys have seen this by now. Deployment, you probably just shake your heads. Okay? Like, why? Why did you do that? Why? And then, after that, placement of the ships. Not only deployment, but also placement of the ships. So, maybe I have MC-80 first or last. And last can be bad. Shields aren't great there, and it can't really fire back that well. It's got 3 dice in the back, don't get me wrong, but I really want to do Ackbar shots, so I don't want to do side shots. So I don't want to split my fire. So I really want to focus fire on one hull with him. So I guess a dice. So help me out with that, guys. All right. Should it be in the middle? Should it be in the front? Because the nose is, I mean, you don't want to get the nose bloody. Don't want to get that bloody. It's hard to turn enough to get that side arc in there. Gotta get that broadside. I do love my broadside ships. But unfortunately, maneuverability is another thing. So if you guys get some ideas on that maneuverability, that would be wonderful as well. So take a look at the list. Go to Ryan Kingston's, which we use, and or you can go to any other list maker, and take a look and see what the MC80 is like with Ackbar and Home 1. Start from there, and then think about what would work best for me and for Admiral Ackbar. And no, I will not be going, so what works for me. So I will not be going to compete in the Osmo, our Northwest Arkansas first tournament that we'll be having here. And I will be basically covering table 1. So I'll be just watching and commenting on that. And so I won't be having this then, and I'm not going to Vegas. I just can't do it this year. So I might be shooting for another maybe LSO. Okay, that's probably the soonest I would do if there's another LSO, or I forget what the other one was. I know it was a Texas, and I forget Louisiana. There was another one after that. But anyways, we covered them all. I shouldn't forget that. So I might be going, and what I want to do is I want to bring the Ackbar list because I'll be practicing with it. You're gonna see a lot on the channels, guys. I'm sorry. It's gonna be like watching Thrawn so many times. I know. But and it's gonna go against everything. It's gonna go against the Republic. It's gonna go against the Separatists. It's gonna go against Imperials, and it's gonna go against all the rebels as well, I'm sure. So, you know, help me out here. Let's get a decent fleet. Change up everything you can if you want, or a few things. But again, the MC80, Ackbar, and Home 1 has to stay. That is my only rule. And if you want to go under points, that's great. So let me know what you guys think. I'm going to be very, very interested because I want to make my commander a great commander, not getting slaughtered like a guppy or a fish every 2 seconds. And it's embarrassing, a little disheartening. So I like to get him up. Yes, there's other great commanders out there I would use, but Ackbar is my man. So let's see what we can do. And I'd like to thank everybody for helping me out with the list. Send your list, and you can send them to either sgrob99@gmail.com. That'll be me. Or you can send them to Ben, and Ben can forward to me. And Ben has all his wonderful links where you can send things to if you don't use Gmail or emails or whatnot. So either way, I will get them, and I would be glad to try them. And I'll try anything. So let's do it. So let's make it as good as Ben's, and I know you guys really enjoyed working up Thrawns and all that wonderful stuff. So I hope you guys, and some people asked if they could do it again, maybe on a different commander. So let's try Ackbar, and let's do this. Now we'll have a longer time to get ready for maybe an LSO or whatever comes up in the fall of next year or late summer of next year for a tournament. And let's see what we can do, and let's make it a good one. All right. Thanks again, everyone, and you all have a good day. Dismissed.